So fast. Let's try that again. Welcome on back. We are streaming once more. Let's get this page finished and this candle lit. It burned out so fast. And right on camera, too. Oh, he's not going to light again. We're going to spend our whole time playing with this and not spend any time streaming. This thing's only good for candle wax now. Alright, well, however that goes. We still got our other ideas, such as this drawing that we're going to be finishing. We've got nice jams planned. This is the strawberry matcha list. We'll be linking this one in chat in just a little while. Let's get started with the art. Let's just stick this back in there, I guess. It belongs with it, kind of. Man, that burned out fast. Picking up when we left off yesterday, we're back to sketching. Sketching out the characters, everything. What I'm most excited about is right here. This looks kind of cool. How will it look? Sketching is the one part that's not fun on stream. First, this is bigger, like this. Since it's a machine, we can just block, well, yeah, since it's a machine, we can block it all out. And figure out the maybe yeah, that works. This is cool. Oh. And we need the fist or the thumb as well. Where's that gonna go? Maybe like right there? That's already there. Alright, chat, that works. And then we'll want that, so we'll cut this one there, actually. Yeah, however it goes. Now the design calls for this actually be bigger than this is. So if we did it like that, this would be like so. You might want to erase a little bit at least. Fun times with sketching. If trying to do little lines made it so that way, it really wasn't in the mood to chit chat too much. This especially. How's that? How's that compare to what we just had a second ago? Let's keep pushing. Let's see if this is actually going to work out pretty nice. And if we can use all the design specs that we gave ourselves. This actually would extend a little longer than that. So after yesterday not being able to end stream without the whole streaming program bugging out, it wasn't that much fun. So we'll see if we can't do a workaround. Or it might not even happen this time. We don't know. Still. Actually, I think this is even wider. It's not quite as early as we'd be hoping for streaming. So, who knows about how long we'll be on for. But we're here now. Let's make the most of it. We also haven't checked audio levels yet, so who knows how those sound. It should be pretty good. If they're anything like they were yesterday. Now, there were certain shortcuts that I took with the machine. I do remember. And I left it to myself to design later. Later has arrived. Trijagoon! Hey! Welcome on in. Good seeing you again. Yeah, for real evening. Here we are. It's wonderful seeing you. Jeez, this is good. Yeah, so here we are puzzling out the other character in this same page. Stream 3 or 4, something. Dealing with this, but it's a problem that's good to have. It's a familiar phrase. Well, yeah, regardless, we're working on it now, and it's kind of coming together kind of nicely. I feel just about ready to start inking so that I can continue penciling in the rest of the sections, but I want to make sure that everything lines up just right, and then we'll dive in with the ink. Yeah, because didn't make it too difficult for myself, thankfully. Maybe. But again, just like before, we've got more sections to fill in. The legs, the feet, those ones were down here. We already puzzled those out in an earlier stream. That one's good. This part of the arm. Oh. Yeah. Let's not let a single more moment go by without a shout out. How did we do it last time? Was it exclamation? No. Is it slash? Yes. And then issue 1. Yeah. All right. That's such a fun thing to do. It's very enjoyable. And then we've got the hip armor. It's a 2-phase armor. I almost want to extend it all the way over, just so that way it pokes and peeks out a little. Cool. And then, since we're not redesigning everything just yet, we can leave things look halfway as they do already. Don't have to make it all exciting. Am I streaming now? Lurking playing Ark? Oh, heck yes. All right. I appreciate this. Thank you. How you enjoying Ark? Or yeah, we'll discuss all that later on when you're able to and everything too. It was great seeing you. Thank you for stopping in and leaving that lurk. Digging that. Thank you. Yeah, that'll do it like that. And we'll get a little ridge, maybe like so. No. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we tried relighting the candle. That burnt right out. Gonna transfer that wax over to another candle and just get a fresh one in here. Mixed feelings about Ark, yeah. Enjoying us playing the past 4 days straight. All right. It'll be great having you around. And this side, the torso connects with the armor here. Maybe she connects like so. And then upwards. I will ink what we have and then figure out the arm placement after. We want this more svelte. Oh yeah. Right now, the next thing we're doing is checking to see which pen we want to use. I think it's the simplest answer. That is to say, like our new baseline pen. But do we want to use the brush at all? Or the Micron? I don't know why, but I like using the idea of the Micron. Just a good liner pen. There's been times when we couldn't chase the paper all around. But right now, we can. So let's enjoy that. Take advantage of it while we can. And we'll extend that down like so. I will switch out now. Let's see if this is too much or if it's just right. It's interesting. we're using a brush to ink the fist, which is not typical. Not typical for how we tend to do the inking, but it's just a little too tempting to at least try. Just to see how it turns out. See if it's good. Seems okay so far. Seems cool to be able to bounce between the different pens. Just because it's something that not really afforded to do this in the past. That, and also wanted to see just how far we could get with what we had. And there's reasons not to use certain things that don't become apparent until things go wrong in ways a person really can't foresee. One pen, as it rolled, caused a lot of bad vibration in like the bones in the hand. So yeah, and it's not something you notice till it's like, hey, how come my hand hurts? And yeah, using tools that don't really work properly necessarily. I mean, they do, but not for like, dozens and dozens of hours or however many hundreds of hours at a time. Not when there's smooth tools available that don't cause damage as you use them for prolonged periods of time. So you have to take and it's not something you'd learn either later, you know what I mean? So yeah, just a nice discovery that happens. This is completely straight, so how would that look? Like this? Or do we want it to curve? I think we do. Now we want a straight edge for this. Where is our straight edge? We have our newest one. It's pretty heavy duty. Are we gonna have to use it? May as well, I guess. Yeah, let's find our other strategy. The one where we can actually see what's going on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, alright, that's definitely better. Still, as much as I love just using a chunk of metal to draw a straight line, this does its job as well. Huh. Now if just a pen will cooperate. Alright, good. So that's that side. Now we do the next side. This strawberry mochi or matcha, whatever, playlist, kind of interesting. Sounds like it's what we were wishing for just yesterday. I don't know if you can hear it too well, because it's suddenly gotten ambient. This is awful, using this pen for this. Would have been better off using the Micron. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Because when we commit to the line, we want it to produce. So even if this one ends up being a little sharp or thick, as long as we can use it. Yeah. And it's dry immediately. Whew. What a good way to go. That's interesting. That looks curious. Almost like it's off. Let's see how we can fix this. Maybe like that. And then like this. just like that. Let's see how that looks. You know what? We'll handle it. We'll take care of it. And we will take it. Let's try this. Once we got this part done, we've only got one more character above, a box, and then if we want to do the background, and I think we do, just so that way everything else is matched. Maybe. We're already 30 minutes into stream. That's something. All right, let's see how this will look without that extra line added in. We'll have to use something else to get rid of it in a more permanent fashion. But at least, this will give us an idea. You know what? It works. And we're moving along. Alright, we're getting there. What else do we need? Next we go back to the pencil. We start. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Because we're working off of we don't have a perfect model to work off of, but that's it's pretty close. So far it's doing what we need it to do. Alright, what's next? We need the shoulder portion, which would connect because this is like so. Neck, the arm will be here, which is just a little off. So we need to draw it anyway, and then it connects. Where do we want it to send it? Maybe like this. And this portion, a little arm, like so. What does this do? Maybe not. Let's try a different angle. Literally. Like so. I almost want to draw those little details off to the side. Let's see. This mix is a lot more introspective than I thought. I thought it would be. That's okay. How's that gonna look? Seems like it'll be okay, chat. Just okay. Just had to check to see what was going on with that playlist. It's the same song played twice. It's like, all right. Oh, that is a little awkward. It doesn't matter. It should be okay, actually. But what does matter is that the pen is halting. That's bad. We may as well switch over to the Micron. Now we do have other pens that are a little on the smaller side. That might be able to get us out of this little jam. Let's see where they are, if we can find them. Which I don't think I'm going to. We can try again. Yeah. Now with this, there is something we can do. If the pen will work, let's try. Yeah, I didn't want to. Alright, there's that. And then we connect this through there. Cool, that evens that out a little. A lot, actually. Oh. The paper was not in focus at all. Now for the back portion, we might, but this pen does not produce good dark lines at all. It might be too much of a gamble to use it. And we need to see what's the underside of the arm looking like. I do remember that I intentionally did not draw that part. I think it's just gonna look something like so. Oh, I did draw it, yeah. And it looks a little like that. Actually, it's got one there. Okay. Oh, but that's that part. What about the hand? How does that junction with the arm? I see. We don't have good enough brush control to use the brush on this small section. This won't get us the results we need. So we're left with this halting pen. Maybe it's low on ink, but let's at least give it a fighting chance. Lighten these lines. And go from there. Typically trying to go for lyricless music, but we got what we got when we play in blind. And so far, this playlist's been pretty okay. Thing is, though, with mecha designs, the smallest little detail can be awesome. And this pen is cut into our small detail sections. I'm gonna have to toss it. Can't use it for this. Need something more reliable, more dependable, more micronium. This, I think we can use that other pen with, maybe. Let's see. Gotta wake it up first, though. Oh, yeah, this one was the one that was already a goner. actually worked. So we went over the line a bunch of times. Got it. You got that one in? This is great, chat. We actually got this part all settled in. Now we just got the background and this small character to take care of. Cool. Oh, and one tiny little detail right back here. How are we gonna do it? Maybe a cut like so, and like so. Well, it's there. And we also need one right there. Okay, cool. We got that. What else? We're just hunting for small details now because we want this one to be as complete as possible. That looks all right. Oh, darn. There is one part. This. Where does that connect with? I think we need it like so. And like so. The other side, we'll use the micron for. But yeah, this is actually going pretty great, chat. We're going to be finished with this page this stream, it looks like. It should be real nice. Just in time for the music to get good, too. Alright, that'll do. Sooner or later, we'll get alerts and things back. We actually did. We had everything set up back in Streamlabs way back when. Or Stream Elements or OBS, somewhere. They stopped working, and then, of course, they wouldn't work right now since we switched to streaming software entirely. Which is annoying. It's a really wonderful thing to just be able to click a button and be acknowledged without the streamer having to do so manually. Did a cool little, oh yeah, just last stream we figured out what we want to do in terms of like sound effects and things. So that's gonna be a fun little adventure. Farming sound effects. How do we draw this? It's a small little drawing back there. But do we want it touching like that? I almost think we don't. I almost want it even smaller. Let's see how that would look. It was like so. Oh yeah. And then we had like the tree over here, something like that. This one would actually be covered up. That one would be right there. This little hill thing would go like that. And there's the river. Cool. Yeah. We're figuring it out, chat. I'm pretty sure we're getting somewhere with this. I think there's actually a fallen tree. We want to, yeah, it's like pushed over. And then it wasn't there in the next screen because we were like, let's just push it off this, off the page. But now we can actually incorporate it properly. How we want to incorporate it though? Do we want it actually in the other direction? Yeah, I think so. Alright. That gives us more background to play with, more trees and things. So all this is like forest land over here. All right, just one more mecha to draw. Oh, great. We could also just end stream right here. I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Especially since we did a nice amount already. This seems like a bit much. I think we could actually carve some of that out. It might have to be done digitally just because this is a lot. No, it ain't too bad anyway. Yeah, she looks kind of cool like that. Well, now turning it upside down doesn't help anything. But in any case, again, some things do have to be left digitally. Other things will find a way. Artist whiteout will help tremendously, which we don't have at the moment. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stream here. This was a good run. Let's leave it at that. We'll see you again soon. We are ending stream. See you again. Ending now. Looks like stream Actually, no. Let's just try again. Yeah. Why not? That we have to draw anyway. And we might be able to get away with it using the small little pen. Especially since once it starts drawing, it typically draws pretty well. Oh, let's get the actual page on the screen. Yeah, that'll do. We want it like so. This might actually work out for the better. Even though, yeah, and besides, we promised that if we were going to have some more difficulties, we were going to try a workaround. And that's just what we'll do. Only trouble is, if we use this pen, we can't really erase afterwards. Case in point, let's see how this works down here. No, it's not going so bad. Okay, that worked. Pretty cool. Of course, it's going to erase the white gel pen, but that's all right. We know that that's just a stopgap. Hour 8. An hour and 8 minutes. Yeah, we may as well have finished. Why not? What are we trying to save in terms of time? Then we got to draw trees. That's really what it is. Like, let's make trees and things a problem for later, not now. And it's like, no. Kind of have to. All right, I really want to just photograph that. That looks really cool. That's like a whole different mech design than what I'm about to create. I wonder if I can do both. Let's try it. So that was, oh, that's a really good, there we are. All right, that was silly. That was fun. All right, so we captured that. Now let's try to make it look like what it's really supposed to look like. Though I still like it like that. I think I'll just draw it like this anyway. regardless, because it looks really cool. Oh, I gotta wake the pen up. Man. This particular machine's got not a lot of stuff on top. It's decorated everywhere else. Well, it's not coming out okay with this pen. Mostly because I forgot to lighten the pencil lines. This bit of madcap energy from the song is pretty great for this. This is pretty cool. Mostly because this is just rough, out of control drawing, hoping that the pen will pick up something that I'm putting down. It's not. All right. There's a drawing in the background there. That's what we were going for, and that's what we got. Cool. Now I gotta do trees. That drawing does not fit. Oh, that's rough. Maybe we can go over it. Whatever, let's do the box. Do we want to use this for the box? And we could just get a fresh pen of this somewhere. This is a double lid. We gotta wake this one up too. Just a little more for the box. It's either going to have to go under the thumb or above it. I think under will do better, because then it gets all broken up and stuff. That'll do, I think. Yeah. Cool. But then we need this to be a little more out there, like so. And then this looks okay like that. No. Maybe it should go above it. Yeah, it'll have to. Good. You know what? I think it's actually a double bottom as well. Just add that in the back. Cool. And that's almost the box done. Great. This playlist has been all over the place, which has been pretty cool on the one hand. Ooh, those lines, they did not match up. Should have penciled it. Oh well. And we're like missing a section over here. Ugh, what did we do? Oh. All right, that's pretty much done. What else? What else? The trees. Might as well keep this going while that Mad Cat music's going. Should be looking up references for like torn up trees, root systems, and junk. Yeah. Let's just get it going. It's so far in the distance anyway. Besides, we were thinking originally to have this as painting. So just gonna make it where we got it. It's not the focus of the scene anyway, the stuff in the back. Still, I suppose I could have come out a little better. Maybe we can pencil in the trees and then see how it looks, how it would look inked. Oh, take a stretch break though. Let's see how we're gonna do these. House. Like this. And this over here. All right, that'll do for the foreground. Let's see how that'll look inked. But there's something that I want more. What is it? Like this. I don't think I can make the background too busy. Just because the foreground is nice and actiony. Let's give this a try. Still, if this was like a painting, this wouldn't be difficult. I just got to try it a different way. Well, of course, we'll see how everything looks once it's been erased. Of course, we haven't quite checked out audio levels, so anyone that's been sticking around, enjoying the music and everything, thanks. It is nice. Might actually just want to get some ink wash in this. That way I can satisfy that painting scenario. Maybe. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but there's pencil mixed in there. So that makes it look, better in one way. And I could keep it. It just does not translate well. Or at least very well to digital. But there are ways. Done it before. Not sure about doing it again, but I've done it before. Okay. And we've got the other side of the page to do as well. Let's see how I want this one. That's something. I want to do it with pencil, I think, just because we end up with more interesting results. Okay. Now, as far as matching the rest of the book, that is done. The only other thing we might want to do is like a little more. Stuff like that. Let's give that a try. All right, that'll do. So how do we get to the end of stream without the stream just coughing up? Maybe there's another way to end the stream besides just that little button right there. No, there's probably not. So like there's the end stream button, but it doesn't function right. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the page. We are good to go from here. There's just a little more erasing to do. We'll do that later, I think. Let's go ahead and sign it. No, we'll do that again. We'll do all that later. Let's find a channel to raid. Let's see what happens then. Will we still get the same little error message? Or not? Who knows? But yeah. How did that come all together, huh? Not too bad, right? It sure looks different when it's all done. That's for sure. Here's a little preview of the next one, though. So we'll be getting into that next stream. Lots of nothingness going on there. If it's even being picked up on cam. Let's say in the browse category, who we can find. Nah, you know what? Let's just go to the let's just go to the end, that one screen. Let's see how it looks one more time. See you around, chat. We're ending stream. Oh, hey, before we even how can we end stream without, of course. This must be the reason that we were getting that error message. We were listening to by and we can find this at this link here. There we are. All right. Let's go ahead and end here. We'll see you again soon. Ending stream. See you next time. Thanks for hanging around. Dragoon, always great seeing you. So yeah, see you again next time. Ending stream. Even if it just happens to, well, we'll see. Here goes. See ya.